Hi, this is Steve at greenfuelh2o.com. Got the GFx4 set up here today. The video is for David. Here's your two 40 plate cells, and up here I've got the 6-gallon tank. It's got just enough water in it for it to run. You see the 4 ports on this side. I've got hooked into the inputs of the generators, those two there and the two in the back. And over on this side I have the 4 ports here hooked up. These are the output ports that are hooked up to here and here, and the 2 in the back. I've got the 90 amp PWM connected here, and you can see that this side, this generator here, is running at 30 amps. I've got another 90 amp PWM. It's a little bit older model, but it's sitting here running this side here. Got our positive coming in from the battery, coming in right here. What you'll want to do is you'll want to take 2 positive wires from your battery. You'll head it through the circuit breaker. Here's your 2 circuit breakers. You'll come from your positive side into your circuit breakers and out. 1 circuit breaker to one cell, 1 circuit breaker to another cell. You'll want to use a 4 gauge or 6 gauge wire to each one. You can also use a 1 aught wire and split it if you only want to bring 1 from the battery, or you can bring 2 of the 6 gauge out to the circuit breakers. And then you'll hook these up individually. We'll say split it right down the middle and say this is one 40 plate system and this is another 40 plate system. You've got one side running on 190 amp PWM, the other side running on the other 90 amp PWM. So coming into the ground side of the PWM, you're going to have your negative terminal from the battery, and this could be a 6 gauge also. You want to bring a second 6 gauge from your battery and hook it up to the ground of the other PWM. From there you'll hook up your load terminal to the negative side of the cell. This is what I call negative on this side, positive on this side, same on the other cell. And you can see how I've got the load wire connected to this side. Real easy to set up. You'll take off of your fuel pump relay that we talked about. You'll come off your fuel pump relay with a small 18 to 22 gauge wire, and you'll come in to the spade terminal right here and hook it up inside your PWM. And I believe you do have this old model that you bought from me, which will have the 3 lugs here. You'll want to put your power into the one that's marked P, and it's marked on the bottom of the board. This one here, this is new. It doesn't require the shunt, just like that. All you'll do is plug in your remote console and it'll work without a shunt. On the old model, you'll have to run your shunt in between this wire right here, going out to from the load to the cell, and then off your 2 wires off your shunt will come right into these 2 terminals here. And again, these directions are on the website also. You can see right now I've got it running at about 60 amps. I would run it higher, but that is about the maximum of my power supply. And we've got it running 30 amps on each side. You can see that's about 31. This will regulate plus or minus 10%, so we'll jump around just a little bit. And right now, got it coming into the lab bubbler here. Yours will look similar with the flash port on the top. Your input port for this one is on the bottom, The one you get will be on the side, so this can sit flat on a flat surface. And that is coming out right here up by the lid. And I'll show you over here. Got it. It's about 5.2 liters a minute right there. So as you can see, it's pretty easy to set up. It's not very hard at all. The hardest thing about these is finding room and a good place to set it up. As you can see, I've got my reservoir above the generators. That way it will circulate the electrolyte through the tank, down the hoses, into the bottom. HHO water comes out and it circulates in a circle. Great for cooling. These generators will produce 1 liter of HHO for every 160 to 170 watts. Alright, David, here is your system up and running, and I'm going to pack it up and ship it out to you. For everyone else that's watching, I appreciate you watching my video here at greenfuelh2o.com. Check out my website and check out my affiliate program. You make a little bit of extra money by putting a link on your blog or in your website. We pay 10 to 15% per sale, and you don't have to do anything. This is Steve. Thanks for watching my video.